I plan on, well, I plan on staying, I'm planning on staying cool. As cool as I can, anyway. So, oh, these guys. I've done all these. So I'll just jump into the lobby.
For me?
I just want to grab car keys. Neat, free legendary. Alright, so there's some new content that came out in Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. Mainly, the story got a new update. Got the latest character, Esperanza. A mysterious woman with unknown motives. Her unique powers are strong enough to break through Drazen's armor. Oh, hold on a second. Alright. Now. Let's see. Zama, she appears friendly and cheerful, her eyes seem perpetually fixed elsewhere, as if she's staring down some distant entity. In her home world, she serves as a missionary who hunts down heretics. And we'll see what happens. The Church. Long, long ago, there was a god who removed the great source of pain and suffering from the world. How about that?
Oh, merciful God, may your steps subdue the suffering before us, and save the faithful who tread in your wake. When did people start to pray thus? The answer lies in the distant past. In the old world, a source of great pain and suffering plagued the people. They writhed in agony, and in time, stopped moving altogether. As they fell deeper into slumber, their bodies grew cold. Those unafflicted with this condition were at a loss for what to do, and their tears soaked the earth. They tried a myriad of ways to save their loved ones, but to no avail. At their wits' end, they turned to the divine. In exchange for offering up their prayers, they asked that this source of unspeakable grief be purged from existence. The divine being, the Underfoot, responded to their pleas, and a pact was made. And so it was that the people came to pray thus. Oh, Underfoot, our merciful God, may your steps subdue the suffering before us, and save the faithful who tread in your wake. The people asked, and the Underfoot answered, The dreadful source of pain was exorcised from this world.
So somebody's just really into feet. Okay. Not what I expected.
In exchange for ridding the world of this non-existent something, the Underfoot created 2 large pillars to support the new world. The first of these were the precepts, the rules that govern the actions of each and every person who walks this earth. So, we prayed in the mornings and attended Mass. We went straight home before sundown and stayed there until the next morning's light. Night or day, we avoided all but the most necessary use of our hands.
Okay.
The second pillar was the hierarchy. The caste system that made clear our divinely decreed place in life.
And there it is.
At the top are those who serve God. Then come the city and town dwellers, followed by the landowners, and finally, the manual laborers. The people accepted the precepts and hierarchy. Strife became a thing of the past as they turned their feet from the battlefield and focused instead on prayer.
Okay. Sure.
Humanity grew and prospered. And in time, the institution we know as the Church came to be. The Underfoot, pleased at mankind's endeavors, bestowed upon his earthly representative, his Hierophant, a shred of his miraculous grace. Under the Hierophant's guidance, the people lived according to the precepts and hierarchy. And this prescribed form of happiness endures to this very day.
Esperanza! Did you yawn? You're not allowed to yawn in front of the Underfoot.
Oh, did I not tell you? The tears you shed when you yawn are a way of showing your love for God.
Huh? Really?
Just kidding.
What?
Now that we're all awake, it's time for the morning prayer. Do you remember how to pray?
Of course we do. You told us just the other day.
Then let us begin. Now, take a deep breath. Every prayer begins by putting your heels together. Make sure that your toes are facing forward. Now, loop your hands behind your back. Just so. We must not expose our Lord to any uncleanliness.
Yeah, that's why we're focusing on this shot. Uh-huh.
Next, bow your head. This is how you express your gratitude to him for stomping out the suffering from our lives. Finally, you put your prayers into words so that what's in your heart reaches him. O divine Lord, our light, our Savior, With each step you take, you show us the way. By your power, I ask that you grant my wish.
I want Mama to get well soon. And I want to eat lots of nice, warm food every day.
Wonderful. Now we bow one last time, and we're done.
Wait, did you pray for something, Esperanza?
Of course. But I was quiet as a mouse, so you couldn't hear me. Now then, I'll lock up the church, so off you go to play.
Okay! Come on, get a move on.
Okay.
Good morning, Esperanza. Shepherding the wee lambs again, are we?
A shepherding?
You've been teaching the children how to pray, right? Oh, they've come a long way thanks to you. Before you came to our village, they were practically feral. What with both their parents out working and no one else to look after them, they didn't know the first thing about prayers or devotion. But look at them now. Their eyes are bright with joy, and they take the time to wash their feet before each mealtime. It's all thanks to your guidance.
They're good children. They merely needed a bit of guidance to set them on the right path. Perhaps if I had been given the same guidance, I wouldn't have been kicked out from the holy city. I should have kept my nose in my books instead of my head in the clouds.
I was wondering what brought a sister from the capital to our humble little village. Well, the church may have made the wrong call, but we're grateful to have someone as pious as you to guide our flock.
Pious, you say? I only hope I can meet your expectations. But surely you are not here merely to exchange pleasantries.
I beg your pardon?
At this time of day, you patrol the marketplace, do you not? And yet, here you are, waiting. No, loitering by the church door. Which means you wish to speak with me. So, how may I serve?
You really are quick on the uptake. As a matter of fact, I do have something I wish to discuss with you. Now, this is just a rumor, but someone's walking around outside at night. At least, a villager reported footsteps.
Goodness! Oh, so much for the second precept.
Tread not the earth upon which the sun has set. It doesn't get any clearer than that, does it? Those who violate the precepts disturb the peace. We must identify and punish the perpetrator in all haste.
Huh. I mean, yeah, but it depends on what the punishment for breaking curfew is, I guess.
I'll begin investigations into any suspicious activity. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention.
Oh, I should be the one thanking you. I feel as though a burden has been lifted, knowing you're also on the case. Let me know if you find any promising leads. We'll speak again soon. May you follow in the path of the underfoot.
and may the path lead us to his divine grace. Follow the path. Well, one can only hope. What do you think?
The guidance you seek won't manifest if your faith doesn't come from the heart. You know that, right?
There are only two things I believe in wholeheartedly. The first is our promise, and the other is you, my dear Eva Maria. Oh, don't make that face. It's not as though I need divine guidance. Something somewhere will always provide. Not to mention, I'm doing this for you. You are all that guides my steps.
Right. Okay. So the immediate question is still asked, how is she standing up to these freaks and monstrosities? The heavy tech cyborg who can summon rail cannons and laser firing pistols out of nowhere. Practically a near immortal demonic monster that reflects just about anything that can hit it, and then reduces anything else to it destroys everything else with a blight on touch. Someone possessed by the primal being of fire, which just further bolsters the fact that she's a fire mage in the first place, so it's used. Then we have a literal draconic god whose only limitation is a self-inflicted seal because an unfair match is too boring for him. How is she standing up to all of this? That's the question. The heretics. Esperanza is praying in church when a late-night visitor comes to seek her aid. Nope.
Put your fingers together, then raise them. Bow your head. O merciful God, may your divine hand take the reins and guide your faithful servant down the righteous path. By your power, I ask that you grant my wish. One moment. What brings you here at this late hour?
Are you the one?
The one?
They said if I come to the church at night, then I'll find work that can be done after the sun sets. Is it true? Can you give me work?
Well, I suppose I can. The message you received is a bit skewed, but I suspect it makes no real difference in your case.
Then please, I'm begging you. What can I do to make things better?
All you have to do is pray. And while you do that, I'll perform a baptism. Nice and quick.
Pray? Like this, you mean?
Oh, I'm afraid not. That method of praying does nothing under the light of the moon. But fear not. I'll show you how it's done. First, take a deep breath. Put the tips of your fingers together. Make sure they're nice and straight so that your prayers don't waver. Now, raise your heels. Lift your face just a little so that you're looking straight ahead. Bring your hands up toward your torso, making sure your palms stay together. And now, you are ready to pray.
Is this okay?
Yes, hold that pose, and then, within the confines of your heart, repeat after me. Oh, merciful God, break us free from the 6 lies and 4 shackles, so that we may be equal in your eyes. I swear, here and now, to treat my new brethren equally. I shall not discriminate, nor shall I hold myself above, for we are as one, and one is as all. There, all done.
Thanks. Hey, are you sure this is okay? Praying in this way, saying those words, even if they are just in my head, won't I be punished?
Punished? By whom?
Well, you know.
We've all been told as children that breaking the precepts will earn us punishment from the Underfoot. However, what power does such a threat hold over someone who does not believe? Besides, you've already disregarded the second precept. Tread not the earth upon which the sun has set.
Oh.
Yet here you are, not struck down, whole and healthy.
No. You mean this entire time
Don't dwell on such theological tangles. There are more important things to focus on, such as what you want to do now that you're reborn. If you wish to work during the night, speak to the person standing at the back of the church. However, you'll be burning the candle at both ends, so be careful you don't collapse from overworking yourself.
don't collapse. It's too little too late for that. My wife has caught the sickness spreading through the village. She can't even get out of bed now. If I don't work my ass off, there's no way I can pay for her medicine. This world has failed us. It isn't worth a damn.
Well, you're not wrong about that. This world is teeming with corruption. But you have chosen to do something about it. Your determination is praiseworthy indeed.
I don't know if my actions can change anything, but I feel better now. Like things might actually work out in the end. Thanks. I mean it.
Oh, save your gratitude for someone more deserving. Now go. Your bright future awaits.
You handled that well, Esperanza.
evening. Your praise is like a hymn to my ears.
It isn't easy to break free of such deeply rooted indoctrination. The Church tries to bind us with lies.
Oh, I think it's easier than you think. At the end of the day, the precepts and hierarchy are intangible concepts. But most people will choose the tangible reward, especially if it's dangled in front of their eyes.
You're a sharp one, all right. Well, we could use your wits.
For a favor, I suppose. And a burdensome one too, no doubt. Up to now, you've been like my faithful shadow, ever watchful and silent. Yet now, you speak.
The Church has been quite active of late, finding enclaves in other communities and arresting our brethren. It's only a matter of time before they turn their sights on this village. We need your help to stay ahead of them. If you said that you conducted an investigation and found no incidents of nocturnal activity, that would help our cause.
Yes, yes, I will handle everything, so you need not fret.
That's not entirely good. Honestly, it'd be better if you had a full guy.
Thank you. That's all I came to ask. May the upper hand guide your path.
Ah, yet another blessing. I can only hope for such divine intercession.
I thought I told you that help doesn't come to those who lack faith from the heart.
And I thought I told you that I only care for two things, Eva Maria.
It seems you've been tasked two things that contradict each other. The Church wants you to investigate suspicious villagers. The heretics want you to protect them from scrutiny. But choosing one side means...
I'll make an enemy of the other. I have no intention of making an enemy of either side.
Yet you also have no intention of befriending either side.
Astute as always, my dear. I can't put anything past you. There will be no allies or enemies, nor will there be winners or losers. How can there be when I care not for either outcome? After all, there's only one person, one cause I've dedicated my existence to. You know very well who that is, don't you? The Church and the heretics both make valid points, but they are also both mistaken about what truly matters. Now, Eva Maria, shall I tell you a story? Just like when we were children. How about the story of a god who changed the world? Once upon a time, an all-encompassing something existed in this world. That something was a dreadful suffering and pain, but it was also a source of salvation. It came for everyone, from the mightiest king to the lowliest peasant. It was an integral part of the laws governing this world. And yet, it was taken away. But the time will come when we will reclaim our suffering. Therefore, we direct our prayers not toward the underfoot, but toward the upper hand. We beseech him to shape our world once more and restore the equality we lost. This is a tale of justice, of redressing a wrong. At least it is for the heretics. Lovely story, is it not? But I have another one. Now, this tale is one that has long been forgotten. Apocrypha, you could say. It talks not about the providence of the upper hand, nor does it involve the underfoot. For I have made my vows to another, and I am ever faithful. Eva Maria, my dear Eva Maria.
Quite the story. Okay. Never mind. Moralia, the Hierophant of the Exalted Church, presides over a congregation of clergy members. Esperanza sneaks into the meeting just as it's about to conclude.
3, 2, 1. The hour is upon us. Let the 1206th Open Congregation begin. Her Eminence, the Hierophant Miralia, presiding.
3 minutes.
All decisions will be made in a fair and impartial manner. First, Diocese, your report.
Yes, ma'am.
5 seconds.
Please adjust our taxes. Our livestock fare well, but bad weather has decimated our wheat.
We shall lower taxes by 10%. Next.
I shall be reporting for the Second Diocese, your Eminence.
8 seconds.
The nobles of the Second Diocese offer a generous tithe equivalent to the budget for 2 full years.
Okay.
I suspect they would like the Church to intercede on their behalf in some manner. What is thy will?
We refuse their offering. Tell them that the Church cannot be swayed with bribery. Our understanding is that there is nothing to report from the 3rd to 8th Diocese.
You are correct, your Eminence. We await your verdict.
We need not remedy the increasing crime in the 4th, 5th, and 8th Diocese. With regard to the 3rd and 6th Diocese being in tax arrears, we shall extend the collection date by 7 days, owing to inclement weather. The disrepair of the church in the 7th Diocese shall be fixed by bringing in 105 parishioners from the 8th Diocese to assist in rebuilding. Is there anything else that requires our attention? No? Very well.
With this, the 1206th Open Congregation will adjourn.
Inquisitor Esperanza, the meeting has ended.
I knew I couldn't sneak past you. I suppose there was no point in entering from the back of the hall. I do, however, have a report to make. May I?
The rules are absolute. Save your report for the next.
It's fine. We shall extend this assembly for an additional 7 minutes. Furthermore, this is now a private audience. All parties aside from the Inquisitor may leave. You may leave.
Yes, Your Eminence.
You always end the assemblies at precisely this time. Don't you long for some variety? Do you not get bored?
The emotion of boredom is unstructured, whereas numbers are not. It goes without saying which is the more reliable metric. Godliness lies in the immutable, bounded, and routine. The events of today shall come again tomorrow, and this steadfastness will extend to the future.
If you say so.
That is why your report is worth extending this meeting. However, before that, you must pray, Inquisitor.
Must I really? Again?
Pray, Inquisitor.
Very well, since you asked so nicely. Now, I bring my heels together like so. Make sure my toes are lined up straight, loop my arms behind my back, then bow my head. And done. Does my prayer satisfy your exacting requirements, Miralia?
I detect no change between this time and the last. Your form is orthodox and speaks to your piety.
Such gracious words. Yet I do wonder why you ask me to pray in front of you every time we meet.
It is an inspection. To ensure your infiltration of the heretical cells is not shaking your faith.
And you can tell this by examining how I pray.
Without a doubt, actions speak louder than words. Your movements to each step of the prayer are an indicator of what lies in your heart. If I cannot discern even that, then I am not fit to serve in my role as Hierophant.
Truly? Then I suppose I have no cause to complain of your methods.
Now, let us return to the topic. I'm eager to hear every detail of your report. What of their base of operations? Their numbers, their plans, their doctrine, and most importantly, who is their leader?
Of course. First, the heretics meet in the village church located 2,307 steps northeast of here. They have approximately 100 congregants, so essentially half of the village has turned their heel on the true faith. The heretics operate after dark, mainly to hold mass and to work. Many of the villagers are in dire financial straits. They see working night and day as a way to alleviate their poverty.
How active are they?
There are quite a few people wandering outside at night. They meet approximately once a month, I would say. Let's begin with their doctrine. It extols the virtues of equality. They call the precepts and hierarchy the 6 lies and 4 shackles, and believe that by breaking the people free of them, they will create a fairer world. For them, the precepts are lies disguised as God's words, used to keep everyone in their place. A place that will most benefit the church. As for the hierarchy, the very idea of social stratification entraps free will. Furthermore, this system is designed to create an imbalanced, unjust society in which those further away from the top wither and starve. At least, those are the arguments the heretics trot out to turn the faithful astray.
I see. And?
Ah, yes, the leader of the heretics. Are you sure you're ready to hear the answer?
Inquisitor. Only fools hide behind extraneous words and attempts at humor. To idle precious time away with such diversions is a sin. Report with haste.
Velmont.
I see.
Was it the name you expected? Or perhaps the information took you by surprise?
Neither expectation nor disappointment are required here. There is no meaning in dwelling upon an uncertain future.
Pity. I thought surely this time you would leap for joy. So, what will become of that village? Will you raze it to the ground?
Burning a village of 200 would decrease the number of heretics, but it would not reduce them to 0. There have been examples of apostasy before, but this time there is a distinct difference. The heretics have a counter-doctrine to what the Church is offering. Flames cannot destroy the power of Scripture. If we wish to utterly extinguish the heresy, we must guide the people back into the fold through absolute regulation, not punishment.
I see. So you hope to make peace with even the heretics?
No. We shall not entreat them with peace or friendship. We will exert control over our wayward flock, and encourage them to return to the righteous path.
An intriguing proposition. But what if your efforts fail?
There is nothing to be gained from meaningless speculation. I am the Hierophant, and I have the miracle of the divine on my side.
Fair enough.
Inquisitor, your report has allowed me to quantify the threat to the Church. While their activities remain peaceful for now, their numbers continue to grow. And their doctrine is too dangerous to simply leave them be. Only one key variable remains: the leader's plans. With that knowledge, we will have everything we need to put an end to this heresy. You must bring me this knowledge, Inquisitor. That is your new mission.
Of course, by your will.
Inquisitor.
5 seconds. I jest. I merely wanted to try your words out for myself.
What do you think of the heretics' doctrine? Specifically, their belief in equality.
Me? Well, I suppose. I don't care either way. Bye-bye, Miralia. I will have even better news to report when next we meet.
I don't care either way. What a flippant response. I will take your words as mere naivete for now. But tread carefully. Overstep the bounds of accepted doctrine, and that same naivete will be taken for foolishness. Yes. Pray, Inquisitor of the Exalted Church. Pray for justice. Pray that you are found innocent. Pray in the prescribed unchanging forms, for if you stray even a millimeter, I will have no choice but to strike you down. just as I did the previous Hierophant, Velmot.
So Velmot's already dead? Oh, be right back. Alright. Like I said, I wasn't going to be gone for long. Alright. Let's see. Under the cover of darkness, heretics gather in a village church. Here we
go. Hey.
So you're here too, huh?
Take a look around. The whole village is here.
It's not enough.
Proper prayers won't do any good.
Can't keep going. Why?
Why do you think we've all been called here?
Beats me. Probably has something to do with the church rates, seeing as...
Wait.
What are you?
Lower your voice. Someone might hear us.
Whoa. What's this all about? Bread? And water? Why are you giving us this? Huh? What? What is all this?
It's food and drink. They're both very basic, but very important needs. We've all gone to bed hungry. We've all woken up with our throats parched. But does being watered and fed mean we've got everything we need? No. There's more to life than just that. Hans, what else do you consider important?
Me?
Don't be afraid. Tell us what's in your heart. No one here's going to judge you. I won't let them.
Well, I guess it'd be my family. For me, nothing's more important than my family.
Yeah, I get that. We've all got folks we'd do anything to keep safe and happy. Anyone else? What about you, Eddie?
Me? Well, I guess I want to eat 3 square meals a day. It's hard to get much of anything done when you're starving.
True. How are you supposed to focus when you're worried about your next meal? What about you, Anthony?
I want money so I can pay for my wife's medicine.
Right. We wouldn't have to suffer if we had what we needed. Craig, what's the most important thing for you?
A house. We didn't have one when I was a kid. I still remember the day those beasts came to the village.
That's a valid point. Those 4 walls keep us safe and give us a sense of security. And you, William?
I'm tired of people looking down on me, making fun of the way I pray, calling me filthy because of the dirt on my knees. I want to be able to walk through town without getting stared at. I don't want people talking shit about me behind my back. I want respect.
And you should have it. You should be able to go out into the world with your head held high. You've all got something you desperately want. But no matter how hard you work, no matter how much you pray, it's always out of reach. You're constantly hungry and thirsty. You're doing all you can just to survive. But every day is a struggle. But why? Is it because you've done something wrong? Or does the fault lie elsewhere? Don't be shy, let it all out.
Bad luck, I guess? I've always had crappy luck, as far back as I can remember. My worthless old man spends his days drinking us literally out of our home.
The reason my crops failed is because of my neighbor. The trees on his property block out all the sunlight. I tried talking to him, but he refuses to see the problem. Where does that leave me? All I did was borrow a bit of coin, but that crook started bleeding me dry with interest.
Exactly. That's exactly what I mean. None of this is your fault. The world is to blame.
some of those problems could be solved if they look at something.
The world and everything in it are the source of all your woes. Your shitty luck, your miserable life, your neighbors, the weather, the fact that you don't have 2 coppers to scrape together, the air, sky, earth, and sea, the forest, the animals, humanity. It's all their fault. In other words, you're the innocent ones, forced to survive in this mess that others have created, right?
Yeah.
You're right. It was never us!
That's right. So, what then? Should you just sit on your hands and accept your losses? No! Because you've already done that. And look where it got you. If I were you, I would reshape the world and take my fate into my own hands. We could start off with the basics. Make sure no one ever goes hungry or thirsty again. Then, we'd house everyone. Give them a home to come back to at the end of the day. And let's not forget about money, medicine, respect. If society won't give us what we need, then we should reshape that society together. My name's Velmot, and I consider myself lucky to be in such good company. I want us all to be seated at the same table as we eat together. I want to break bread with you. Drink to your health.
Sorry, couldn't catch that.
I want us all to be seated at the same table as we eat together. I want to break bread with you and drink to your health. I want to be by your side as we make the world a better place for all of us. I want to stand on equal ground with you, to work together and say proudly that while others stood by and did nothing, we changed everything for the better. Hans, Eddie, Anthony, Craig, William, everyone, let the world hear our cry. We're here, and we matter. If you stand with me, then I'll stand with you.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we can't just sit around and hope for change. We're all in the same boat. We're in this together. We're equals. Food and water is just the start. There's still so much more we need. There's still so much more that we deserve.
You said we should make our voices heard, but how should we start? What can we do to change the world?
I'm glad you asked. Now, please do as I do and repeat after me. Let us pray. Oh, merciful God, break us free from the 6 lies and 4 shackles, so that we may be equal in your eyes. I swear, here and now, to treat my new brethren equally. I shall not discriminate, nor shall I hold myself above, for we are as one, and one is as all. We are heretics, and it's by our hand that the world will change.
Well spoken. That was a stirring sermon.
Thanks. I couldn't have done it without your helping hand, Canon.
Thank you. I'm grateful for your praise.
There's no need to get nervous around me. We're all equals here. Aren't we, Esperanza?
My heartfelt applause to you, Velmot. A stirring sermon indeed. My words pale before your eloquence.
Not at all. If anyone's gifted with a silver tongue among us, it's you. The way you effortlessly infiltrated the church and gained the trust of Miralia is nothing short of impressive. I mean, she even gave you the post of Inquisitor. The poor fool, she thinks you're going to root us out. And thanks to the crumbs you've been tossing her way, we've got enough breathing room to stay one step ahead.
That may be true, but I cannot keep leading her down the garden path forever. Miralia
is no fool. Yes, I am aware, Esperanza. I know firsthand how capable that woman is, considering she ousted me from my place as Hierophant. Every step she takes is perfect, every thought without a flaw. Which is why I have a proposal for you. What do you say to provoking Miralia just a little bit?
Are you sure that's wise? If she wants to, she can very well send troops to rain fire down upon your heads.
What if that's exactly the reaction I want? Nothing would help us more than the Hierophant herself drawing attention to our just cause. We haven't been idle with the time you've given us. Our numbers are greater than they've ever been, and now is the perfect time to turn the world upside down. All we need is a catalyst, something that will rock the very foundations of the Church and catapult us into the role of heroic underdogs. Though, if anyone should be worried about how Miralia would react, it's you, Esperanza. What I'm asking of you is fraught with peril. It's not easy to undo her equilibrium, and doing so all but guarantees that the messenger will feel her wrath. On the other hand, there's no one more capable of threading that needle. Who else could have infiltrated the Church and come this far unscathed? Miralia's rage will be the floodgate that opens the path to a new world for us. I would entrust this vital task to...
I would entrust this vital task to none other. You hold the key to giving us a better future. That is why we fight. Have I got the gist of it? Truly, your words have a way of stoking the fire in a believer's heart. But I need no fuel for my flames. Leave this task in my capable hands. I'll ignite Miralia's rage and ensure she turns her full attention on the heretics. I have a little trick up my sleeve, you see. After all, there is nothing easier than provoking the ire of the self-righteous.
You are truly amazing, Esperanza. You actually remind me of Miralia, with your effortless capability and talent. Oh, Esperanza. You think you're so clever, don't you? Like some puppet master, pulling my strings. And perhaps Miralia's too. That's fine. Doesn't matter anyway. Not when the realization of our hopes and dreams is so close at hand. The world will change, and we will be the ones to steer it toward a new dawn.
I don't think she thinks herself as a puppet master. Esperanza comes across as someone who just truly does not give a fuck. Esperanza makes an appearance at the Citadel, the Exalted Church, to carry out Valmont's mission. And on it goes.
Report.
And nothing to report in Ward 2. Continuing with scheduled patrol.
Nothing to report in Ward 3. Continuing with scheduled patrol.
Very well, then.
Good day to you.
Inquisitor.
Fine weather for a stroll, is it not? Anyway, may you follow in the path of the underfoot.
And where do you think you're going?
Ward 2. I have some business there.
Business, you say? I think not. You're too late for the 1208th Open Congregation, but too early for the 1209th. Whatever business you have, it's certainly not church-related, is it, Inquisitor? The only task you've been assigned is the investigation into the heretics. There is no reason for you to be here.
Actually, I'm running an errand on Miralia's behalf. And my investigation just so happened to lead me to the church itself. There are rumors, you see, that the heretic pestilence has spread to the precincts of this hallowed ground. What?
This is the first I'm hearing of it.
I would think so, given the request I received was urgent.
Impossible. Reminiscence's actions are like clockwork. Every action in every day is precisely calculated. She has never once deviated from her prescribed path.
Aside from the private audience from which you all were excluded, if you recall. If you don't believe me, you're free to ask Miralia yourself. At this hour, she's in conference with the church elders. Go to her and confirm that my intentions are true.
Insolent.
Wait. The Inquisitor is correct. We merely need to corroborate her words with the Hierophant. We'll put the patrols on hold. Go and report to Her Eminence.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh? Are you not going to join them?
There is no need to send an entire delegation. And besides, someone needs to keep an eye on the Sister of Falsehoods. Did you really think you could fool me with such a transparent lie? You wanted us all to go, so you could sneak around, doing who knows what.
Very well then. Come with me if you harbor such doubt in your heart.
Okay. Give me a sec. Okay.
When are you going to drop the mask, Inquisitor?
I beg your pardon?
I've been keeping an eye on you for quite some time. After all, it's not every day someone so impious is elevated. And for their success in tracking down heretics, no less. You're not even an elder. yet you blithely dared to disrupt the Hierophant's meticulously planned schedule. You've made more than a few enemies.
Oh, how terrible! And
This path in Ward 2 ends in a wall. There's nothing worth investigating here. Answer me. What do you hope to achieve with such a blatant lie?
I suppose I wanted to get a rise out of Miralia.
Excuse me?
She is rather peculiar, isn't she? Haven't you noticed? She always wakes at the same time, eats the same meals, wears the same clothes, undeviating, unerring, without missing a single day. Rain or shine, she will head out for her daily walk. You could tell her the world is ending, and she would not cancel a meeting. Because she has decided to live an unchanging existence. She has chosen to abandon the imperfections of humanity and risen to the pinnacle of perfection expected of a Hierophant. However, it is because she is so perfect that one mere imperfection, one hair out of place, can bring everything crashing down.
What are you saying?
Miralia won't make a move based on a mere report. So, what will motivate her to come and investigate for herself? Perhaps something that threatens her understanding of the world. All I need to do is make that happen. If she understands the danger of leaving the situation alone, then even she will take the necessary steps. And that creates an opening, you see.
What blasphemy do you speak of, Inquisitor?
I suppose I should clarify. You wouldn't understand either.
She disappeared. That cannot be. There's just a wall here. Unless she somehow performed a miracle? A miracle? The Inquisitor has been spending a lot of time with the heretics. Could she have gleaned some technique from them that's unknown to us? No, that's impossible. There is no use speculating. I must report at once to the Hierophant.
And there she goes. Poor thing. Though I suppose mankind is wont to be frightened of the unknown. I must thank you again, Eva Maria. You showed me that what lies beyond the veil is nothing to fear.
As I recall, you were easily frightened when we first met.
Indeed, the dark was a source of primal terror for me. But now, I find comfort in the shadowed spaces.
So, this is what you meant by having a trick up your sleeve?
Correct. This place is a pocket of time and space, cut off from the world. It belongs nowhere, orphaned from the world as it is. I believe I know a certain someone who shares those same qualities. Wouldn't you agree, Eva Maria?
I'd say it sounds just like you, actually.
And you too, if we're being precise.
You're right. But this place, it's so cold.
Ah, I suppose it is. Let's add a little warmth, shall we? There. Better. Now, I suppose it will be a little while before Miralia arrives. What shall we do to pass the time? As long as we're together, I'm happy to do as you please.
Then, let's talk about the past. Do you remember the days we spent together, Esperanza?
My dear Eva Maria, I remember everything. I recall the day we first met, the days we spent laughing together, all the special days, and even the days in between when nothing happened. I remember everything about my time with you, Eva Maria. I remember lying in bed in the mornings, listening to your footsteps. I also recall that you were very picky about what you ate. On cold days, we would huddle together under the blankets for warmth. You hated tidying, so you never bothered. Whenever you read a book, I could tell what was happening just by looking at your face. I haven't forgotten any of it. There's no way I could.
Esperanza, sometimes I wonder how things would have turned out if I hadn't taken your hand.
Eva Maria.
If the girl named Eva Maria had never met Esperanza, you wouldn't be...
Eva Maria.
You wouldn't have to carry the burden of...
Stop it! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up such painful memories. You're right, of course. You must wonder how I will achieve my goal and how long it will take. Don't fret, my dear. The plan goes apace, step by step.
Esperanza...
I've set Velmot on her path. I've stoked Miralia's anger. And once the two meet on the field of battle, the world as we know it will change. I will change it. For you.
Oh, Esperanza...
Hush now. Everything is as it should be. Nothing has changed from the day I decided on my path. I'll get everything back, Eva Maria. Just you wait and see.
Please.
Right. We should get going. It is quite dusty here. Besides, if my sense of timing is correct, then... There. What did I tell you?
Inquisitor. How did you disappear and reappear like that?
I never disappeared. I've been here this whole time.
What do you mean by that?
I just went somewhere beyond your comprehension.
Again, with this nonsense. As you can see, she isn't going to divulge what she knows without some encouragement. Your Eminence, permission to...
Inquisitor.
Hello, Miralia. Good timing.
Pray.
Of course. Put my heels together like so. Make sure my toes are straight, loop my arms behind my back, then bow my head. There. All done.
Very well. Leave us.
Yes, Your Eminence.
May I make my report now?
Not yet, Inquisitor. Do it once more.
Again? As you wish. Line up my heels, straighten my toes, loop my hands behind my back, then bow.
No. No, you're going about it the wrong way. What you're doing is praying to God. What I wish to see is penitence. Penitence for your apostasy. For your blasphemous behavior toward me. You will repent for your misdeeds. And you will be judged, Inquisitor.
Divine retribution. Just to evaluate something here. How many? They're not all named numbered. Chapter 10. This had 10 chapters. $13 here. 12 here. Alright. So you could have like what? Maybe four more at least. Divine retribution. Having escaped from Moralia, Esperanza goes to report her success to Belmont.
Apostasy? Don't you think you're being a little dramatic? I merely wanted to surprise you.
You are correct. Calling you an apostate would be technically incorrect, since you never were an adherent in the first place. The prayers you have shown me to this very day have all been flawless. Textbook examples. No matter how many times I've asked you to pray before me, you've never strayed even a millimeter. Truly perfect prayers. Too perfect, as a matter of fact. A heartfelt prayer wavers with the emotions of the supplicant. But your prayers are devoid of anything resembling a heart. You pretend at piety. I knew all along that you have no reverence for the church or the underfoot.
Truly? Then why did you place me by your side?
I wanted to keep an eye on you. That, and you were the most viable way of getting information on the heretics' leader. Their leader would take note of one so favored by the Hierophant. Through you, I could discern what they were plotting, and cut the Viper's head off before it grew too venomous. In other words, observing you gave me insight into how the heretics would move. But I will not allow even the smallest hint to slip away. Now, Inquisitor, I have 2 questions for you. First, illuminate for me, in detail, how you disappeared. Second, why did you perform this miracle here, in the soul of the church? You have 3 minutes. Respond.
Well, I don't think my telling you would make you any the wiser.
0 seconds.
Oh!
I did not give you permission to deviate in your responses. Nor do I plan to. I suppose torture would get us the answers quickly. But it's an inefficient method of gathering information. I would rather avoid it. 2/3 of people interrogated break under the pain and say what the interrogator wants to hear. I'll only ask once more. Give me the details of the miracle and your reason for performing it.
Very well. Miralia, have you ever seen something that could not be seen?
I beg your pardon?
You've got a good head on your shoulders, so I'm sure your thoughts are something along these lines. Anything that I perceive with my senses, I can understand. But there are some things in this world beyond even your ken.
Inconceivable. There's nothing here. Assemble.
Ma'am! Your Eminence, what of the Inquisitor?
She has escaped, but there is no need for concern. She has been touched by my miracle. Call an emergency congregation. We must discuss the heretic threat. Muster the Archknights as well.
But Your Eminence...
Muster the Archknights.
At once, Your Eminence.
I had planned to bring the heretics to heel through regulation, not punishment. However, if they are in possession of a miracle I cannot perceive, then I must err on the side of caution. Inquisitor, I may not understand the reasons behind your actions, but I know they're tied to the actions of the heretics. Once the source of the problem is nipped in the bud, everything will be as it should. And your aims will fall like a clipped rose to the ground.
Oh, Esperanza. You should know I know everything. I can hear you. Your every breath, your pained gasps. You walked a tragic tightrope, trying so hard not to sway to one side or the other. And in the end, you achieved what you set out to do, didn't you?
Yes, I showed Miralia the unknown. The Church is on alert now for this new threat, and the Archknights are on the move, all according to your plan.
Well done, Esperanza. I don't have the words to properly express my gratitude.
There is no need to thank me. All I ask is that you do your part. I hope you have a plan, now that you have brought the Church's ire right to your doorstep.
Of course I do. You don't have to worry about a thing.
I'm glad to hear it. Most people tremble at the mere thought of disobeying a precept, much less taking on the entire Church. Maybe my mission took more out of me than I thought. I think I'll use this opportunity to take a nap.
You do that. Sleep well. Ay, Esperanza. The way you gained her trust and led her around by the nose was flawless. You had her eating out of the palm of your hand. Now, when the time comes, our fortunes will be reversed. I can only imagine the look on Miralia's face as she stumbles. It's perfect. Maybe even a little too perfect. Miralia isn't the type to turn the other cheek when someone has caused her to misstep. She's not nearly that foolish. I'm sure you discovered it for yourself. I'm sure you received her blessing. And yet you came back straight away to this place to give me the report I've been eagerly awaiting. Why is that? Because that's exactly what Miralia wanted you to do. Right now, you're an explosive with a lit fuse. Keeping you too close is a little risky. And that's why, Esperanza, I want you to have a long, restful sleep. Right up until the moment we've secured our victory.
I can't move. The Church has unequivocally declared the heretics their enemy. Miralia has mobilized her knights. And Velmont will respond in kind, declaring the Church a foe that must be defeated. The heretical horde will march under her banner. The two will clash, and the world will change. That is more or less the plan, right, Eva Maria? Oh, don't look at me like that. It will be over shortly. Soon, I will be able to fulfill my promise to you.
Esperanza, you...
I will get you back. Nothing else is worth even contemplating. Because I have not forgotten. Not about the day we met. Nor the day we parted ways.
Esperanza recalls a time when she was blissfully unaware of her circumstances, when her prayers were simple and heartfelt. It all changed when she came face to face with the divine.
How was it Miralia described my prayers again? Void of anything resembling a heart? I suppose they are. But I must say, it was not always so. When I was a child, my prayers were filled with devotion. After all, it was the Church that saved me from hunger. And as long as I continued to perfect my prayers, I had a full belly and a soft bed.
Now then, Esperanza, lead us in our morning prayer.
Yes, sir. O Divine Lord, our light, our Savior, with each step you take, you show us the way. By your power, I ask that you grant my wish. I remember that church well. The little orphans would all gather around me, begging for my attention. It may be hard to believe now, but I was a most mild-mannered and well-behaved child. My prayers were flawless, and my memory served me well in learning the church's teachings. I even took charge of the little children who came after me.
Once again, a perfect display. Everyone, take note of Esperanza's technique.
But deep in my heart, there was only one desire. I wished to never return to those cold, painful days filled with nothing but hunger. If I failed to pray for even a single day, if my technique was off by even a millimeter, I feared I would return to that dreadful existence.
Ah, Esperanza, could you please fetch us some things from the market?
Of course. Never once did I question a command. I simply did as I was told. I led the morning prayer. I looked after the children. I went to bed long before the sun set.
Why, if it isn't Esperanza, helping out again today, are we? Now there's a good kiddo.
Thank you, but I have to go. May you follow in the path of the underfoot. Excuse me, can I buy some vegetables?
Oh, Esperanza, helping out the church, eh? How sweet.
Ah, let me throw in a few extra veggies on the house. We don't have many children around here, so we treasure you little ones up at the church.
Thank you very much. May you both follow in the path of the underfoot. I thought my days would continue as such, in perpetuity. Little did I know they would end so abruptly. When I met you. Hey, you! I called out to you for 2 reasons. The first being that I did not see anyone tending to you. If you were an orphan, the church would gladly take you in. As for the second reason, I'll keep that to myself. I've never seen you here before. Where are you from?
That is a good question. I come from nowhere. In this world, anyway.
I don't... What's your name?
Ava Maria.
Well, Ava Maria, there's no inn in this village. Do you have somewhere to sleep tonight?
Nope. But the ground here looks plenty comfortable.
Well, you can't sleep here. Staying outside at night violates the second precept.
The what now?
Wait. Have you not heard of the Exalted Church and its teachings?
Nope.
Oh, well, then you need to learn. Come, I'll take you to the church.
Oh, come on! I don't care about some church's rules.
Well, you should. The Underfoot makes our lives easier. And all he asks for in return is that we obey his rules.
Then tell me this. Let's say I follow their dumb rules. Will your God help me when I need it?
I'll never forget those words. You said them so flippantly, yet they cut so deep. And oh, how that cut did sting. Such a question flew in the face of everything I knew. How? Irritation, turmoil, shock, horror. All of these emotions seemed to roll into one. Rage. My rage boiled to the surface, spewing forth in the form of words. How dare you question our savior!
we were too old for tantrums, but guess I was wrong. In any case, I don't need your help. I'll live my life my way, and you live your life yours. Toodaloo.
Huh? Wait! She's gone. Where did she... At the time, your sudden disappearance confused me. I remember mulling it over my entire way home. That night, I ate my dinner and went to bed as always. Yet your words continued to haunt me. For the first time in my life, I found myself unable to sleep. Walking about at night without reason was forbidden by the precepts. But surely just walking around inside the church would be fine. Or so I told myself. I was afraid to fall asleep alone that night. I sought only the comfort of an adult's reassurance. But instead, I found...
So, how's the merchandise doing?
Of the current batch, I'd say 2 are viable. But there's still time for the others.
What about Esperanza? She doesn't have much meat on her bones, but she's got a cute face.
No, we still have a use for her. She looks after the younger children, reducing our workload. I'd prefer to keep her around a little longer.
Well, what about our workload, huh? She's guaranteed to get a good price, so let's sell her while we've got the chance.
Believe me, I know her worth. That is why we're drilling those prayers and rituals into her. The church has many wealthy patrons, after all.
It is a real shame the land here's so barren. Thank the Lord for providing us with children to raise in place of crops.
Yeah, with those prophets, we're living way better than any farmers. Forget the Lord. We should be thanking those brats.
Excuse me? Are you forgetting who raised them? If you're going to thank anyone, thank the church.
Fair enough.
I know now that this is all too common. No matter how revolting, prayers alone would not put food in our little bellies. But at the time, I couldn't understand such cruelty. Or perhaps I didn't want to understand. As fear and confusion filled my mind, your voice, Eva Maria, added itself to the chaos.
Let's say I follow their dumb rules. Will your God help me when I need it?
I finally understood. I finally understood why your words cut me so deeply. Was it truly the Underfoot who saved me from hunger? No. It was the church and the villagers. Then, when would our Lord deign me fit to save?
I knew I heard something. Esperanza, what are you?
She must have heard us. Damn it! Now we gotta sell her in a hurry. There goes our honeypot.
Perhaps our Lord would save me from these wolves in sheep's clothing. Oh, Divine Lord, our light, our Savior. With each step you take, you show us the way.
Is she praying?
By your power, I ask that you grant my wish. Save me. Oh, save me, Lord. I finished my plea and waited. I'm sure it was but a fleeting moment to everyone else, but it felt like an eternity to me.
Did you think the Underfoot would really come to your rescue? Not happening, kiddo. No way, no how. Now come here.
The man lunged at me, and I felt my feet lift off the ground. All my struggles, all my efforts until then, it was all for naught. But that's when...
He's right. Your God won't save you. He'd rather just sit on his rear and watch.
That's when I heard the voice of my God. You... What are you?
This another brat from the village?
No. No. I don't recognize her.
Well, whoever you are, you're in for...
Sleep.
What just happened?
Did you do that? What in the world are you?
Faint.
I stood there frozen. As I tried to wrap my head around what just happened, you approached me.
Good evening. And what a lovely evening it is.
What are you doing here?
For some reason, I just couldn't get you off my mind. So I thought I'd see if little Miss Nosy wanted to talk for a spell. It's the least I could do. Phony as I am, I'm still a god after all.
A god? Are you the Underfoot?
No! Weren't you listening before? I'm not from this world. I inherited the power of a god back home. No, I'm hardly what folks would call a true god.
A different world. Another god. You're not teasing me, are you?
Don't take my word for it. You saw what I did to those crooks. That was the divine power I received. Whatever I say must be.
But why?
I mean, I don't really know how it works. It just does.
That's not what I'm asking. I mean, why did you save me? I can't go back to the church now. Who knows what they do to me after what I've seen? I can't pray anymore. Now that I know our God won't save me, my prayers will be empty. So what now? Who do I turn to for help? For guidance?
Is that all? Well, if it's guidance you need, I'll give it to you. How's that sound? If you'd like, I can be your new god.
That was the day we became friends. I left the church behind and began living with you. I'm home.
Welcome back. Did you get everything?
Well, I got the food.
And the books?
I told you already. We cannot afford them. You never used your powers after that night at the church. Perhaps if you had, we would have lived more comfortably. Like I've said 1,000 times, we are still children, so we cannot work. We only have so many coins to live off of, which means we have to be careful.
Fine. Then you'll just have to listen to me talk your ear off.
It will have to wait until after we clean. How can this place already be dirty?
Sorry.
I always feigned disinterest in your stories. But in reality, I could hardly wait to hear your next tale. You'd tell me of weapons that shot metal far distances, of bandits who wandered the sea of sand, of the two other gods in your original world. Your stories filled my mind with wonder. I treasured each and every one of them. In exchange for tales from your world, I told you what I knew of this one. I told you everything the church had taught me, from the precepts and hierarchy to the founding of the exalted church.
Oh, so the underfoot is the reason that inescapable suffering is gone.
Correct. Is something wrong?
No, not exactly. I always thought this world felt off somehow. That explains it.
There would be times when I didn't understand what you were saying. Well, whatever. By the way, dinner's ready.
Yay! Is it meat?
It's vegetables cooked with some fruit I found in the woods.
Oh, veggies.
Don't be so picky. You've got to eat up or else you'll never grow up to be big and strong. What's so funny?
I was just thinking that's an awfully tall order from someone so small.
That's just... You're only taller because you're older. Besides, I'm not that much smaller than you. And since I'll eat anything, I'll catch up before you know it.
That right? Well, I'll look forward to seeing that day.
Enough with your teasing. Make sure you wash your feet before eating.
Yes, ma'am.
Though we were poor, I never once cared. Compared to my dreary existence in the church, my days with you were filled with color. I couldn't wait to grow up. We could look out for one another, us against the world. I truly thought we would be happy. Well then, eat up.
Thanks for the food.
Eva Maria? Eva Maria! I carried you to the bed and checked your breathing was still steady. Night fell, and at last you opened your eyes. Eva Maria, are you all right? You don't seem to have a fever.
Oh, shucks. It finally happened. A lot faster than I thought, too.
What do you mean? Do you know why you collapsed?
I'm sorry, Esperanza. I've been keeping some big secrets from you. 2 of them, in fact. The first secret is that my world was destroyed. A monster stole the power of the divine and went mad.
Destroyed? But then how are you here?
I was the only one who escaped. Even with my powers, the monster still managed to corner me. At the last moment, I said, I want to live. And was sent here.
Eva Maria, I don't understand. What do you mean you wanted to live? What else would you do?
And that is the second secret I've kept from you. Esperanza, do you know what happens when a person stops living?
What?
You don't, do you? No one in this world does.
Oh.
It's not just that you don't know. You can't. The very concept is blocked from your understanding. In this world, when a life ends, they are simply forgotten and fade away into oblivion. That is the power of the Underfoot.
Eva Maria? What are you...
I suppose this is my one chance to change this world. Think. Understand. Know.
Just as I was about to ask you to repeat yourself, it happened. Suddenly, I understood. Life always, without fail, ends. When you close your eyes for that final time, you never open them again. It felt like a fog had been lifted in my head. But what I saw before me scared me even more. After all, if life could end, that meant... Don't tell me. Eva Maria, are you...
Good. It worked. Yes, this life of mine is approaching its end.
But that means... I won't ever see you again. Ever. No matter what.
No matter what. And because you belong to this world, you'll forget me and our time together. Lovely, isn't it? You'll forget the doubts I planted in your head. After you leave this place, you may even make new friends and live out the rest of your life happily.
How could you say such...
Or at least, that's what would happen if I let it. Instead, you'll have to deal with my last request.
Your last request? Stop! You don't mean that!
Esperanza, thank you for calling out to me that day. You're so smart, yet so stubborn. A bit bossy, but it's part of your charm. Meeting you has been...
Stop it!
I told myself I would simply fade away, all alone. That's what a coward like me deserves. Nothing else. But then, I started to get scared. Everyone I knew is gone. You're the only one who knows of my existence. If even you forget me, it'll be like... I just can't bear that thought. So please...
Stop it, Eva Maria! I'll do all the chores from now on. I won't ever ask you to eat another vegetable again. I'll even let you sleep in as long as you'd like. So please, just get better. Please, Eva Maria.
I'm so sorry. I may be just a fake, but I'm still a god. I shouldn't be by your side in the first place. If only I'd never become a god.
You said it so flippantly. I'm sure you thought I wouldn't notice. But those words... those words changed my life forever. Well then, all I need to do to stay by your side, he's become a god, right?
What?
If I become a god, a true god, I can stay with you forever, right?
Now, there's a surprise, Esperanza. It's not like you to say such things.
If there's one thing I've learned from your stories, it's that even the impossible is possible. I can't stand the idea of being away from you forever. I won't let that happen.
Then it's a promise. You'll become a god. And we'll meet again.
Yes, I swear it.
Good luck, then.
Eva Maria!
Esperanza, no matter what happens, please remember me. And
Your last words were so quiet. I had to read your lips. But they're forever etched into my heart. Those words will someday change this world. But for now, they're our little secret. It was just like you said. When life ends in this world, that person disappears. And all memories of them are erased. I could only watch, helpless, as your motionless body simply faded away. But I refused to shed tears, for I had much to do. I had to become a god. I had to see you again. And in order to do that, I had to become stronger. Seasons passed in the blink of an eye. Before I knew it, I'd grown taller than you. As I grew, the clothes you'd left behind no longer fit, and I procured new ones. Even the house we'd lived in together became too small for me. Soon, the time I spent missing you grew longer than our time together. To avoid succumbing to this world's miasma and forgetting you, I began wearing a mask. Then, one day, after all that time spent thinking of you and only you, I became you.
me, huh? I don't recall ever acting like you do.
Well, of course you don't think so. After all, you're just an illusion. A figment of my imagination, created in memory of Eva Maria. I copied your personality, your actions. I even created a little imaginary friend to talk to. All so I could remember you. And after all these struggles, all this waiting, we finally approach the end. Just a little longer, and I'll have you back, Eva Maria.
Well, that's quite the twist. Chaos. With Esperanza's betrayal, Moralia realizes the extent of the heretic threat and moves to bring them to heel.
morning.
Oh my, and a good morning to you too. You're both up early.
Well, yeah, we have to wake up early if we want to pray with Esperanza.
She yawns at dawn, but she never misses a prayer. That's why we gotta get up early too.
Goodness me. She's been a rather good influence on you then. You do well to listen to her. As long as you pray to our divine Lord, fortune will surely smile upon you.
This is the place. Reporting to Her Eminence. Current position, 2,307 steps northeast. Destination aligns with the Inquisitor's report. First objective, find the leader of the heretics. Second objective, eliminate any and all heretical influences. On my signal, we move out.
You're the Archknights, correct? What brings you to our humble village?
As of 1 hour ago, this village has been identified as the base of operation belonging to enemies of the Exalted Church. As such, we will now commence a search for their leader. I suggest you evacuate immediately.
Evacuate? Wait! I understand the need for urgency, but many here cannot afford to simply pack up and leave. Please have mercy!
Should they choose to remain, so be it. Our investigation will continue regardless. Move out!
Hey! What are you doing?
We were just playing at the church.
Use force if necessary. Commencing investigation. We'll start with the church.
Check the villagers' houses as well. Leave no stone unturned.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? We're working over here. Ugh!
Stop! I beg you! My wife is sick. She needs her peace and quiet!
No! No!
Night will fall before we get back to the capital at this rate. We must withdraw. But we'll be back tomorrow. Until we find what we're looking for, we'll come back as many times as needed.
How could they? They destroyed our village!
Including the fields. Now what do we do?
They even roughed up my sick wife! Have they lost their minds?
Such indifference. Such cruelty. It's...
Disgusting. I agree.
Huh? Lady Velmat!
I'm sorry I couldn't get here sooner.
Don't say that. I'm just glad you weren't discovered.
Well, I don't see much to be glad about. No matter where I look, all I see are victims of this senseless violence. From our homes to our crops, nothing has been spared. I see your pain. I hear your cries. So let me add my voice to yours. Why? Why did this have to happen? We're simply living our lives. Is it now a crime to struggle? To fight for survival?
It's not fair.
You're right, William. It isn't fair. We've committed no sin, yet the Exalted Church sees us fit to attack on a whim? This isn't fair. This isn't justice. We did nothing wrong. It's the Church that's wrong.
Yeah, we don't deserve this!
We can't let the Church trample all over us. We need to tell others of our suffering, of our plight. Send word to the next town over, and the next one after that. We heretics will right the wrongs of this world. Our corrupt oppressors, the so-called Exalted Church, will know our fury. The people, no, the world, must know of our fight for equality. Let them hear our prayer. If we join hands with our brothers and sisters, no one can stop us, not even the Hierophant herself. Now go! Spread our gospel over the hills and into every valley!
Yes! Yes!
Spread the word! Tell them our story!
Man, that was easy.
With this, the match is lit. Our doctrine will spread like wildfire, sowing doubt in its wake. These doubts will turn to whispers, whispers to dissent, and dissent to outcry. And all this outcry will lead to chaos. Oh, Miralia. Sweet Miralia. With your prodigious intellect. Your obsession with efficiency will be your undoing. At long last, the time for change has come.
It is time. Let the emergency congregation begin. First on the agenda.
Prioritize reports regarding the town. 8 seconds.
Ma'am, there are protests in the 6th, 8th, and 9th dioceses in response to our investigations. All affected dioceses are in close proximity to the heretics' base. How should we proceed?
No action necessary. Next.
What? But Your Eminence!
Silence. Please continue, Hierophant Miralia.
Status report on the dispatched Archknights. 6 seconds.
Ma'am. Yesterday's search failed to uncover the heretic leader. This morning, the troops set out for the village once again to continue their investigation.
Inform the knights that they must thoroughly search the area. Particularly the village church. We believe the Inquisitor is there as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Moving on. Any reports on matters unrelated to the protests? Very well. Then, by our decree...
Your Eminence, may I speak?
7 seconds.
The people attacking the knights no longer attend Mass. Some of them have even declared themselves heretics. It appears they're bolstering their ranks by demonizing the church. If this continues...
No action necessary. Do not make us repeat ourselves again. This heresy is like a flame. Removing a few logs from the fire will do nothing to quell it. Of course, should the blaze grow too strong, we have ways of extinguishing it quickly. As such, there is no reason for further action. Finding the heretic's leader, the source of this flame, will extinguish their fervor.
If she knows what killing someone does, then she's right. As soon as they wipe out the leader, everyone will forget about everything the leaders said and done to influence them.
You've thought this out well, Your Eminence. Whoever their leader is, they're clearly capable enough to cause concern.
We will not entertain idle speculation. By our decree, this congregation is now adjourned.
Your Eminence!
We are in the middle of a congregation. You have 3 seconds.
My apologies, but a mob has breached the Holy Citadel, and their leader claims to be the head of the heretics!
What?
I see. So, you've played your hand at last. I knew you would come slithering back. But mark my words. I will not go down without a fight.
To change or not to change? Though the standoff between the clergy and the townspeople intensifies, Auralia refuses to act. Hearing that Velmont is among the crowd, however, spurs her into action.
Hey you! Let us through!
Yeah! Open up!
Absolutely not! The elders live beyond these walls!
So what? Why are they worth protecting and not us?
If you won't move willingly, we'll pry these doors open ourselves!
And what exactly do you intend to do upon entering?
The Archknights! We thought you'd be gone by now!
Goodness, please, subdue these savages.
Of course. Leave it to us. This is your last chance. Stand down now! Or be crushed beneath divine wrath.
Oh yeah? Let's see the so-called divine wrath in action.
Chaos. The church destroyed our village. Look at these poor children. Their home was taken from them. Please, lend us your aid. Together we will right the wrongs of the church. We have done nothing to deserve this treatment. We simply yearned for equality. And look at how they treat us in kind.
Wait, did the church really? Well, the Archknights are here. And rumor has it the neighboring diocese.
We need your strength. Let us join our hands in a new prayer for a new God. Hold out your hand. Lend us your voice. Join our choir in song to a new Lord.
Utter chaos. That is my objective. Only that will bring about change. From the highest peaks to the deepest crevices of society, all will fall into disorder. Only then can we all be equal. Now, let me hear your voice.
What the? Who are you?
Velmont!
Show him what the leader of the heretics can do!
The leader? Then you're...
Tell me, Knight. No. Gregor, tell me where your thoughts lie.
How do you know my name?
Answer me, Gregor. Why do you stand against our just cause?
Why? By the Hierophant's order,
Order? Come now. Miralia is no fool. She'd never order the suppression of such a meager force. Surely you've not heard from her directly.
Well...
Gregor, I can see doubt in your eyes. You see all these people proclaiming the wrongs of the church. You feel their anger, their frustration. Surely you've wondered, are they really wrong? Is their fury not justified?
No, I would never!
Oh, Gregor, don't be afraid. You have served the church well. I simply wish for you to open your heart to our cause. No one will condemn you for simply listening, will they?
It's like somebody casting like a really hard suggestion spell.
Well...
Sir Knight, do not indulge this fiend for even a second longer. Leave this place. Your comrades require your aid at the main gates.
Yes, Your Eminence!
Well, if it isn't Miralia.
1 minute. You have 1 minute to explain yourself, heretic. Explain why you have led this rebellion. And repent.
You never change, do you? You had that same attitude the day you chased me out of the church. You always prioritized action over dialogue. I'd expect no less from the church's perfect little prodigy.
Is it revenge you seek?
Revenge? Surely you jest. What need do I have for revenge? You won, I lost. The elders chose you as the new Hierophant, ousting me in the process. Even when you ordered my arrest and left me with no choice but to flee, I bore you no ill will. I was the loser, and I was given a loser's plight.
But if we look outside the Citadel, you garnered more support from among the general public. That is what makes you dangerous. You use honeyed words to lead others away from their allotted path.
What nonsense. I simply extended a hand where no one else would, Miralia.
No. Your words are empty. Your sentiment fake. I shall ask one more question, heretic, regarding this lofty goal of yours. How exactly will you bring about this world of equality?
By destroying the Exalted Church, of course, we shall release humanity from the precepts and hierarchy.
I will admit the Church's doctrine is not perfect. There will always be those we cannot guide down our path. However, what lies at the heart of your goal is not reform, but destruction. Instead of brokering dialogue and peace, you invoked violence. Therefore, I do not believe for a single second that you truly desire equality. Your movement is hollow, heretic. There is no plan, no future you envision. Just words which you use to prey upon the ignorant. In other words, you practice the opposite of what you preach. You call for the dissolution of the Church, not for the freedom of the people, but because you simply crave destruction. Wanton destruction, I might add. Do not test me, heretic. I see right through you.
I'm truly speechless, Miralia. You are far more capable than I ever imagined. Far, far more. Indeed, your deduction is correct. I have no vision for the future. However, if I have to nitpick, I'd say that I'm aiming for more than merely the destruction of the Church. Your precious caste system will crumble, and we shall achieve equality. What will I do next, you ask? Well, I'll simply demand inequality, proclaiming my side superior. It doesn't matter, so long as the world keeps changing.
What utter foolishness. This world is not your plaything. Neither are its people. Your words breed only destruction, and your actions incite it. Surely they will see through your charade.
And yet here we are. I pull their strings, and the mob dances along. You may be perfect, Miralia, but the people are far from it. They can barely remember what they ate yesterday. Instead, they focus on whether they will eat today. They cannot process your cold logic, and your logic certainly cannot process them. You don't see the person beyond their value or function. You could never hope to guide anyone.
Goad me all you like. It is clear to me that we have passed the point of reason. Therefore, I shall lead by action. That is the duty of the Hierophant.
That's a pretty cool angle.
Surely you have not forgotten the power the Hierophant holds. The power granted by our Divine Lord.
By offering up your body, you can perform a true miracle and summon the Underfoot. How could I ever forget? For you see, that is my true purpose. You are logic and efficiency personified, but that makes you predictable. That is why I incited this rebellion. That is why I stand before you now, so go ahead. Summon your divine oppressor, Miralia. No doubt the people will see you and be swayed to the side of good. And with that, I will have won.
When our Lord appears, your heretical movement will fall apart. Those lambs who strayed from the Lord's steps will return to our path. How will it be my loss?
People are fools, Miralia. True, the descent of a god will leave quite the impression. But even with your power, that god will remain for but a few hours. Sure, they'll remember tomorrow, and maybe the day after. But what about the day after that? Or the day after that? Mark my words, they'll forget. Your sacrifice, your miracle will prove pointless. That is why I will win. With you gone, the exalted church will fall.
If the people are as foolish as you say, that only increases the need for discipline. My course of action is clear. By eliminating you, order shall be restored.
Me? These people aren't at my beck and call. They're here of their own desire for freedom. Killing me will do nothing. Besides, all these people are doing is wishing for a better tomorrow. Is that so wrong? Will discipline do anything to stop that? But I suppose there's only one way to find out who's right. So go ahead. Make your move.
Even without my presence, our laws will prevail. The world shall remain as it is.
And I say the world will never again be the same. Even if you dispose of me, the fuse has already been lit.
All merciful God, may your steps subdue the suffering before us, and save the faithful who tread in your wake. I offer this humble body unto you, so that you may grace this world once more. O divine Lord, our light, our Savior. With each step you take, you show us the way. By your power, I ask that you grant my wish. My only wish is to maintain the world's order. This victory is mine, heretic.
No, it will be mine, Hierophant.
A promise forged in the past. Esperanza reflects on her life after Maria left her and the arduous journey she undertook to bring her back.
The story I'm about to tell is the story of how this world came to be. Many have heard the tale of how the Underfoot stomped out a great source of suffering from the land, answering the people's prayers. But this story takes place long before that. Back when the world still suffered, when life still ended, that world still had a god. But it was not the Underfoot, nor was it the upper hand. This god governed all, controlled all. A complete, perfect God. It was he the people prayed to when they asked for the suffering to stop, when they asked for life without end. He answered their prayers, making them all forget that life was finite. But in doing so, half of his power, the half that governed life's end, was sealed away. That half, left forgotten by the world along with life's inevitable end, was the upper hand. The remaining half, which watches over humanity as it marches through life, was the underfoot. The underfoot and the upper hand, the exalted church and the heretics. In truth, they worship the same God, partially. All that God did was answer the people's wishes, and he ended up split in two for his kindness. So you see, if you want to know who worships the right God, the church or the heretics, the truth is that it doesn't matter. The exalted church, the heretics, allies, enemies, victory, failure. I do not seek such trifling things. Of course, I couldn't ignore such matters either. Indeed, one must know the world to have any hope of changing it. In that regard, knowledge of life's end proved essential to my work. Truly, I am in Eva Maria's debt. You could say she opened my eyes. That which was once hidden was suddenly visible. Such as the place where the people of the past entombed the departed. Truly a relic of a forgotten era. Back when life's end was simply a fact of life. In this place of remembrance, where not a single soul breathes, I somehow never felt alone. There, I found records upon records of the old world and how the people viewed their fleeting existence. I learned of how they cherished life, every aspect of it, life's beginning, life's end. They were seen as events to commemorate. They believed we are born of the earth and then ascend to the sky. Our feet to the ground, we toiled away, hoping that one day the Divine Lord would welcome us with open arms to that place beyond the clouds. But the Divine Lord depicted in these tomes was far different from the one I knew. The God of the past had a human body, a complete human body, which could mean only one thing. Our current God, the underfoot, was incomplete, a mere vestige of his former self. The upper half, those welcoming arms extended to those who had completed their life's journey, were no longer part of this world. This was a problem. I didn't want to chance Eva Maria's secret command going to waste. I had to restore this god to his former glory. I would do anything necessary to accomplish this goal. And keep my promise to Eva Maria. But my journey was not an easy one. I studied hard and learned to support myself. Then, I slowly started currying favor with the Underfoot's faction. I started with a small local church and worked my way up. By the time I had infiltrated the church's bureaucracy, I had already grown into an adult. I would have liked to fulfill my promise to Eva Maria sooner, but such is life. The Hierophant is the only one who can summon the Underfoot. So I had to gain the church's trust to meet her. And trust takes time.
5 seconds. Your report. Quickly.
I had heard of Miralia's quirks, but she was even more cold and calculating than I had anticipated. She barely even registered my presence. But for my plan to succeed, I needed her to summon the Underfoot. So I came up with a little scheme. First, I would need to draw her attention to me. Perhaps with some pertinent information. Preferably information regarding a threat to the church. One large enough to warrant the summoning of a god. For that, I decided to pay a visit to the heretics. They didn't take long to find, walking about at night as they did.
You're from the church!
I'm sorry for the scare. I'd hate to get off on the wrong foot with my new friends.
Friends?
My goodness, were they on guard at first? But luckily, Velmot agreed to meet with me alone. When I mentioned Miralia, it was clear I'd gotten her attention.
So you want to join us and act as a spy in the church? Have I got that right, Esperanza?
Yes, I wish to be your ally. Making the heretics into a bigger threat would be beneficial to my plans in more ways than one. I thought perhaps a new god would help bolster their ranks. So I gave them one. The upper hand. I mostly just conveyed the information written in the tomes I'd found, but my efforts paid off. I watched as their numbers grew, all according to plan. And when my reports on the heretics proved useful, Miralia took notice and made me an inquisitor. By ever so slightly adjusting my reports, I gave Velmot and the heretics room to grow. And as an inquisitor, I was able to move about freely, which left me with time to explore the halls of the departed and gather anything else that would aid my plans. What a convenient place those ruins were. No one else in the world could see them, so I could disappear and reappear without a trace if needed. We're almost there, Eva Maria.
Just a little more, and your plan will come to fruition.
Indeed.
If you go through with this, the world will be turned upside down.
I am aware.
But you're going ahead with it anyway.
I have a promise to fulfill, after all. Our promise. I will change this world. I will get you back. Besides, I still haven't played my full hand. I still have our little secret. But don't worry. I will play that final card only when the time is right. And now, at last, that time has come.
Inquisitor?
Let's put an end to this, shall we? It is time you all opened your eyes and faced the truth.
Esperanza. Oh, it's an actual fight. Esperanza reveals the fruits of her labor to Velmont and I guess now's as good as time as any. Let's see here. Havencraft. Don't really see how these work well together. Famous Gambit. Alright. Some copies of the self-developed just refill the hands. And we're gonna have these amulets. Then some field. We don't have enough low cost cars to justify this. that. Old tone. Cut out this. Let's have a look at this. It does cost 6, so maybe in a different deck. Alright.
You put an end to this? What an odd thing to say. I have already finished this fight. With my summons,
Ah, yes, the moment I have been waiting for. Your summoning of the Underfoot. I must say, this was quite difficult to facilitate. I have much to thank you for, Velmont.
I've done nothing worthy of your thanks, Esperanza. After all, this was all part of some grand scheme of yours.
Oh, you've got me.
Not that it matters, really. You helped me. Helped the heretics. You gave us our God and taught us our prayers. We wouldn't be who we are today without you. That, and I have a feeling you and I aren't so different. In fact, we may even share the same goal. Whatever your reasons may be, what you sought was the destruction of the Exalted Church, no?
Very astute, Velmont.
Then that's fine. With this, we...
We? What is this we business? No, your part in this plan is over, Velmont. But you did do a lovely job. Your words inspire the people. But what is a mob before a god? That's where you come in, Miralia.
such insolence, such arrogance. I understand that you can perform some small miracles. But do you really think that is enough to challenge the Hierophant? The one with the power to summon a god?
Oh, not at all. At least, not as I am. For you see, the only being that can take on a god is another god.
What are you saying?
Oh, Eva Maria. It's been so long, hasn't it?
It has indeed. Too long, if you ask me.
What can I say? Changing the very foundation of a world is a tall order. You've seen firsthand all the preparations I've made, all the trials and tribulations I endured.
Inquisitor, explain yourself. Who are you talking to?
I learned the origins of this world. I learned that in order to change it, I needed the power of not one god, but two.
The god who watches over life's path, the Underfoot, and the god who welcomes us beyond it, the Upper Hand.
Alone, they were useless to my schemes. So I came up with a plan.
Miralia was a thorn in my side. I needed her to summon the Underfoot.
So I could bring the two gods together at last. Otherwise, our little secret would go to waste.
But now, I'm ready. All players, including the Underfoot, are in place.
At last, at long last, I can carry out your last wish.
Those 6 words you said to me.
Our little secret. Become the god of this world.
What is the meaning of this? That form. That chilling aura. What is happening? Tell me, just who or what are you?
A god, Miralia. A god that once belonged to this world. One sealed away by the Underfoot. The god of life's end. The very embodiment of the upper hand. Thanks to my dear Eva Maria's divine power to make her words reality, I, Esperanza, have become the upper hand.
That's not possible.
In a way, you're right. It's not possible. For you. But it's not your fault, Miralia. You and all the people of this world simply cannot understand my new realm of control. Perhaps a demonstration is in order. Have you ever even heard of... or perhaps the... What about this? No. It all sounds like noise to you. I'm sure this world would have continued on as such, leaving the concept of life's end behind forever. But then, Eva Maria appeared and revealed this world's deception to me. She made it possible for me to change this world.
You mean force change upon it? The world is in perfect order. Every day the same as the last. God or not, if you intend to upset that balance, I will stand in your way.
Then step forth, Miralia. For I intend to return what this world has forgotten. What it has lost. With these hands, I shall bring you back, Eva Maria. Now, these hands will save you.
You dare to defy God?
Right.
Repent! God is on my side.
Record this schism. Like ocean waters.
May wings be at your back.
No God but our God. Repent!
Guess I'll just play this here.
Beat it all!
Sorry, but my teachings are tough.
No divinity.
Reacher punch!
Carry on my work.
Not exactly a good move if you ask me, but okay. Three enemies in the field.
Record this schism.
How about a splash of holy water? May wings be at your back.
Alright. Now let's just play this.
Do you believe in our Lord?
Roll it.
Look at me, folks!
Disorder is sin.
I'll protect you with Scott.
My Lord will strike you down.
No God but our God.
Converts will be saved.
There's 3 amulets. Involve this and give it barrier. Okay. Well, we're not there yet, but okay.
Die!
I guess I'll play this. And this.
Record this schism.
That should do it.
Sorry, but my teachings are tough.
Face your judgment.
Maybe this will make a
How about a
believer
splash of
out of
holy water?
you.
Carry on my work.
Alright. Let's see, if I play this, gives it barrier and evolves. Yeah.
Leave the perimeter to me.
Step back!
And we'll just stop it there.
Fear not the god's absence.
Yikes. Let's see. Set freak. Some field, destroy them.
Lord Mordeo is the one true god.
And again.
Repent.
As my lord wills.
Could really use the healing after all.
Fear not the god's absence. No divinity. Through justice, we shall build heaven on earth.
Another one.
I need power.
Complying.
Like sunlight.
All quests pass through darkness. All quests pass through darkness.
Poseidon! Like ocean waters. Apollo! Poseidon! An end to a world without gods. Record this schism.
Never give up hope. May wings be at your back.
Let the trial commence.
Let's see who's tougher.
Record this schism.
State your wish. I will provide.
Converts will be saved.
I provide.
In foresight lies our path to salvation.
Let the trial commence.
The world awaits divine judgment, like moonlight. Brace yourself. I am judgment. Futile.
Mercy.
Die!
Look at me, folks.
Me? Are you sure? Where's my miracle?
Denied.
How about a splash of holy water? Bullseye!
Athena. Like ocean waters. Futile.
This cannot be.
Alright, easy enough.
How is this possible? The god of this world is the underfoot. Any miracle you perform should pale in comparison.
Indeed. That was one of the many threats to my plan. But thanks to Velmont, the church no longer has a steady foothold in the people's hearts. As the heretics grew in number, so too did the prayers to the upper hand. By weakening the people's faith in the church, we weakened the power of the underfoot himself. Which leads us to now. This moment, when the church is at its most vulnerable, is our only chance at victory. Or should I say, to seize the upper hand?
Marvelous. Just marvelous. You've exceeded all my expectations, Esperanza. So this was your true aim. You used me to weaken the church. And then, with this little ace up your sleeve, you toppled a god. What a wonderfully brazen plan. I thought you were merely trying to put an end to the church's tyranny, but no, you were attempting to become a god. The precepts, the hierarchy, even the Hierophant herself, all of it is irrelevant before your new world order. For you are the god of this world now. Now, Esperanza, my new lord and master, what is it you seek? What miracles will you facilitate? Will your path be one of creation or destruction? Tell me, what are your plans for this world?
Nothing.
What?
My one desire was to return the cycle of life and rebirth to this world. With that done, Eva Maria can now be reborn. That is all I wanted. And that is all I will do. How humanity progresses from here is their business, not mine.
Unbelievable. You become a god. The whole world is in your hands, and you'll do nothing with the privilege? Nothing? Esperanza, have you gone mad?
Perhaps. I had one goal, and one goal only. To bring back the one precious to me. Gods, the world itself, all just means to that end.
But why?
Oh, for goodness sake, what more do I have to say? I was simply doing what I must for the one I love. That's all. I suppose that would be hard for you to understand. For all your charisma, you lack any semblance of passion. Both you and the church have such clear ideas of how the world should be, and how it should not. In truth, both are correct. Law and order subdue the chaos of life, but too many rules can stifle the spirit. But I see no point in trifling with such affairs. The fate of humanity should be decided by humans. No, I intend to be a rather hands-off god. I will not offer my aid, nor my condemnation. Now, let's wrap things up, shall we? All that remains is to reunite the underfoot and upper hand. Their domains, both life's beginning and life's end, will be mine to control. And with it, I shall restore the cycle of life and rebirth. Then, Eva Maria, you can finally be reborn. Eva Maria?
Well done, Esperanza.
Eva Maria?
Looks like you can finally hear me, which means you must have used the order I gave you.
Awesome.
Become the god of this world. Maybe I went a little overboard. In truth, I planned to stop at a simple, remember me. That alone would have burdened your heart plenty. But instead, I placed an even heavier burden on you. I'm sorry. I poured every last bit of my power into those words, you know. Oh, I wasn't sure how effective they'd be in a different world. That said, I also knew how strong you are. And how resourceful. Did you really think I didn't notice you sneaking veggies into my food? You chopped them up super fine to suit my tastes.
Eva Maria, it's really you.
I've got a lot of apologizing to do. I should have repented after abandoning my world. But I just stayed a selfish, spoiled brat. Or maybe I should just thank you. Both for calling out to me that day, and for staying by my side.
Oh, I am the one who should be thanking you, my dear.
I don't know what the future holds, but I hope that there's plenty of happiness for you. I hope I'm not jinxing it, but well, as long as you keep me in your heart, I know we'll meet again, Esperanza.
Yes, I'm sure we will. And until that day, I shall wait for you, no matter how long it takes. I hope you'll forgive me for being a bit angry, though. You put me through quite the ordeal after all. But that can wait. First and foremost, I want to tell you something I wished I could have told you all those years ago. I love you, Eva Maria, to my dying breath.
Well, that raises the question of how in the fuck are people supposed to fight against that? Okay. Let's see. Dead. Just dead. I can't see her winning. Diol, I think he's actually immortal, so he's fine. Plus that retribution ability, anything that happens can be redirected, so that could be a fight. Dead. Carries like spirit of fire, like he can be beaten. He can sorta die, but not really, so it's more or less just an even fight for them. But okay, yep, that'll do it. Explains why she's in there. Alright. Though the cycle of life and death and rebirth has been restored, the people go about their daily lives unchanged.
May your steps subdue the suffering before us, and save the faithful who tread in your wake. With those words, the people prayed that their Lord would purge their pain from this world. But that was a long, long time ago. Time flew by, and one day, the people remembered what that pain was. Life's inevitable end. It was a pain that no one, no matter how strong or rich, could escape.
Wait, that means one day we're just gonna go to bed and not wake up?
I guess so. But I don't know. Let's just play.
Yeah! Last one to the old church is a rotten egg!
If we eat too little, we get hungry. And if we get too hungry, we grow weak. And if nothing changes, we close our eyes and sleep forever. Is that it?
No use worrying about that now. There's coin to earn. And with no more church, there's no one to stop us from working nights, or from doing anything we want.
Yeah, but without their eyes on us all the time, crime is on the rise. You watch yourself, you hear?
Ah, come on. No way am I going down that easy.
While there is still discord and chaos in the land, the people continue to go about their lives. Even without a god, life goes on. People are born, work hard to build their lives, and then that life ends. Then, someday in the future, they are born again. They forget the trials and suffering they've endured. And once again, they walk the earth. Life continues on, and the inevitable end follows in its wake. Does life deserve more respect? Is the end perhaps to be feared? I jest. I'll leave that decision in humanity's hands. One day, Eva Maria will be reborn in this world. That is all that matters. And no doubt, just like in her old world, she will be born as a divine vessel. Until then, I can do nothing but wait. Or, at least that's what I thought. But then, one day, I received an invitation to battle. Where there is battle, lives are sure to end. Many lives. And if I am to stay by Eva Maria's side, I'll need to experience many things beforehand, including this ending of life. Ah, that's right. Why am I still dancing around that word? The people here are more than familiar with the concept. I must experience death first hand. Oh, now that feels good. I've been dying to add a dramatic flair to my speech. Who knew waltzing into a place of death could be so freeing? Well, in any case, thank you for listening to my tale. I hope it was to die for.
Ah, she's aware of, she's self-aware. Okay. So prayers. All right, and that's that. Next chapter will be available soon. Thanks for playing. Temple of Martial Arts. Nice. Let's change this up. See if there's anything better. It'd be nice if I had something more focused around firepower. I think I'll just keep clear of Fate's Hand. Trash burning. Yeah. This guy. Alright, we'll make a new Dragoncraft deck focused around those things. What do I want this deck to do? I guess I just want to spawn a bunch of enemies on the opponent on the field to where the opponent's just helpless. This is kind of redundant, actually. this is just being fancy. Let's see, we have several cards that makes us roll. For the way the deck is running, this doesn't help. If it doesn't work, oh well. After this, we're gonna call it for now.
This brings me back.
I long for sights unseen.
Well, this looks fun. It's incredible. Let's get these decaying trees out of here.
I see.
Seer Stone!
Blood Arts!
You catch more bugs with honey.
That's unfortunate.
I see.
Never leave.
Let's play a game.
To dust. I see, I see.
Fortunate.
Sisters in arms! Sisters in arms!
Too slow!
That's my swimmy platoon!
My games
Hear
have
our
no
song.
end.
Hey! Resound! Resound!
I'll save you with ceaseless pain together.
No! Reef! Check out those sharp thorns, Slowpoke!
Seer Stone!
Blood Arts!
knighthood, here I come!
And we're done.
Witness my kung fu!
There's enough happy blades out!
Don't look away.
The pain buries my thoughts.
We shall prune them.
Check out those sharp thorns!
To dust.
Slowpoke! Slowpoke!
Just go this.
Silver and gold! Shining in harmony!
You
And we're done.
Since I have you.
One strike fatality!
Brilliance!
Blades out!
For a just Isuria!
You weren't half bad.
The world is full of splendor.
Justice is on our side!
Missing healing.
Cheers to you, wherever you are. Cheers to you, wherever you are.
Get roasted! Get roasted!
Stay back!
Get roasted! Blades out!
Amazing.
We shall prune them.
Check out those sharp thorns! Let's play a game. Slowpoke! Slowpoke!
Okay, I can clear it without using it.
Do I come off as cold to you?
And we're done.
What a fantastic journey!
Let's get these decaying trees out of here! Check out those sharp thorns! You catch more bugs with honey.
I see.
Never leave. Farewell. Let's get these decaying trees out of here.
This isn't goodbye.
Behold the might of the Supreme Primarch!
Not using I can't clear his board, so I will.
Seer Stone!
Blood Arts!
Sisters in arms! Sisters in arms!
Get roasted!
And hear our song!
No
hear
way!
Our song. Hear our song!
No way!
Resound! Resound!
In full hand. No
I'll save you with ceaseless pain together.
Follow tides and chase dreams!
I was foolish, wasn't I?
Yep. Alright, we pulled it off. Excited to feel this stuff.
I suppose that was a good warm-up.
Hey, neat.
A new future awaits!
Well, thank you all for joining me on this run of Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. We'll see you all later. Until then, please take care.